everyone, it's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life, and today I'm talking 2020 planners. I can't believe we're already talking 2020 and I'm way behind on filming things. I want to talk goals and planning stuff in this video. So for one thing, I just had a baby. I do not have any kind of New Year's resolutions or New Year's goals. My goal is to just be as present as possible and enjoy this baby stage because it's going to be my last baby, and I know it's tough in the baby stage, but there's also a lot to enjoy. So I'm just trying to soak up as much of the good times as possible. And I definitely feel like I was more in like what the heck survival type mode with Livy, and I did not savor all the moments, and this time I'm really trying to savor it all. That's my only goal, my only resolution for this year personally. We are building a house, so my other resolution is to make sure we're sticking to the budget, but that's pretty much it. We've got a few more months until the house is built. I'm really trying to declutter some stuff here and there, but for the most part, like, I just had a baby. I'm not doing a whole lot in general, so I'm just not setting myself up with lofty goals this year. Usually I do, and I don't always hit all the goals, but I like to have them. And this year I'm really trying to tone it back. I just know I'm not going to be able to accomplish a whole lot this year. It's a baby year, so I'm just taking that under consideration. So let's go ahead and talk planners. I will link to relevant videos down below. And I had said in my last planner update that I wasn't really using my iPad very much, and I was going to stick with using my PLUM paper planner, and it ran out. So this was only through December of 2019, so it has run out, and I don't have any paper planner whatsoever right now aside from old ones. So I'm going to be reusing these months because I've hardly used any of this. Like, most of these months are completely blank, like flipping through. I don't have writing on most of the months, so I'm just going to repurpose them, and I'll show you what I did. I'm actually going to bounce between two planners because I really like both of them, and I want to give this INKWELL Press one a fair shake. It is a disc-bound planner, which I used to use. I started in a Filofax and quickly switched to the disc-bound and liked it for like a year or so, really early in my planner days. And I ended up getting this one from INKWELL Press as soon as they came out. This is their Live Well 360, and you just customize it exactly how you want. They now have daily pages for this, which I'm really psyched about. I might end up getting me a pack of those if I stick with something like this, because I like to plan out my to-do list in this so I can easily reference it. And I talked about not using my iPad because I'm going to have a baby and I don't want it around where she can get yucky stuff on it. She can also knock it over and it will break. It's very delicate. So I really don't want the iPad planner out when she's mobile, but for now I can use this when she's like taking a nap. For instance, like right now, I can use this. I've been meal planning in this, which has been really nice. So I just glance at it here and there for the meal plan. I plan my meal plan usually on the weekend, so I do have this out during a non-baby time, but it's just not going to be out and about all the time when she's mobile and she can get into stuff and she can knock things over and spill drinks on things and whatever. So it's definitely going to be a baby-free zone item because it is expensive. I do want to keep it in good condition. I don't want to trash it, so it's very much not a baby time thing, but for everyday use I can just have one of these planners sitting out because it's paper, and the worst thing happens is she knocks it down and it gets like bent up a little bit, which is okay, or she spills something on it and some of the pages are ruined, but it's paper, so it's not a big deal. I have a couple other planners actually that are old, so it really doesn't bother me that much. So anyway, this is a PLUM paper planner. It's one of their student versions, and I have a walkthrough video of this planner, and I just put an Erin Condren cover on the front. I love the Erin Condren covers. I just clipped off the PLUM paper planner cover. You can just like snip it off. And I put the Erin Condren ones on there, and I really like it. Keeps it nice and protected. And I do just love the PLUM paper planners. The paper's so nice. I feel like everything about it's just my absolute favorite. So I do love their planners. I love their paper. I love their tabs. This one is a neutral, but they also have colorful, which is really pretty as well. It goes through October through December of one year, and then January through December of the other year. So 15 months, there we go. I can do math. 15 months, and it's just really nice and thick and chunky, and most of it's just not been used. So I'm going to repurpose this and use it as needed. I basically just use my paper planner for a glorified to-do list. I just like having a to-do list, and I like being able to put things on other days during the week. I'm like a week by week to-do list style planner, so it doesn't bother me to not have projects and longer term things, my YouTube notes and things, that all goes in my digital planner. So I do have a walkthrough of the digital planner from last year. I have a walkthrough of both of these planner systems so you can see them in more detail if you're interested in either one, but I'm just going to bounce back and forth. So I'm kind of all over the place. My point with this one is this is a vertical layout. You can see that. And then this Live Well 360, the version I have, is a horizontal layout. So it really just depends on what I want. So I'll bounce back week by week between these two. It doesn't matter because they're both older years, so I have to repurpose them anyway. And yeah, this isn't holding the entire year either. This is holding January through September. So I liked that it wasn't super duper chunky. One of the things I love about this INKWELL one is they came out with rose gold coils. They're discs. I think I hear Stella waking up. The discs are rose gold and these are metal, and I love the quality of these. The ones I've had in the past have been the cheap plastic ones, and these ones just, they look so nice, they feel so nice, they hold up really well. I really, really want those rose gold ones. So if I stick to this kind of thing where I'm repurposing pages and I stick with it, I may get the daily pages for this over time once I've used up stuff, and also get the rose golds. My goal this year is to just repurpose what I have, use the iPad as needed, and use up the pages I already have because I hate these ones just sitting there. I have gotten rid of quite a few planners and I've also kept quite a few, so I can repurpose these for at least this entire year. I've definitely got enough for this year, maybe into next year, but my goal is to use up the paper planners that I have now before buying anything else planner related. It's going to be a year or maybe even 2-year dedication here, but if I do that, then I can buy the coils if I stick with it, or I can just switch completely into my digital planner at that point because she should be old enough that I can have the iPad sitting out and it's not going to be a big deal. So that's my plan. I just really have the goal to enjoy the stuff I already have paid for. I paid like 50 bucks plus for some of these planners and they're just sitting there, and I want to be able to use them and enjoy them and not jump to the next greatest planner thing because I was doing that for a couple of years and it's just kind of wasteful. I'm trying to be a little more careful. I hate the idea of these just not being used. I just really want to use them and enjoy them. So I'm super excited to be able to bounce back between two layouts that I think I like the best. I think I like these layouts the best, especially the bulk of my extra planning, my projects and stuff go in the iPad and I can customize that exactly how I want it. And I could just use these planners for the week to week layout. And I feel like since I just had a baby, I don't have a whole lot to plan anyway. This is plenty of space for me just to make like one little list of to-dos on there. And some days I do like one thing. Basically, if I can get one thing done a day, I feel productive. Anyway, I've already talked about these. I've walked through them. You guys can see those videos. I will link them down below. And one of the things I'm pulling out, and I'm really embarrassed by this one, I got this thing before 2018. Your best year, 2018. Hardly used it. I've made some notes for some of the goal pages, but I really, really dropped the ball on this. I never ended up using any of the actual like goal pages and sheets. I just wrote in the very beginning part where you're like planning out stuff. Never used it. So at some point, probably not the beginning of this year, but at some point, hopefully this year, I'm gonna start trying to take advantage of this and use it, use the goal planning of it. Once I'm through with the baby fog stage and she's sleeping through the night consistently, I can get more into a regular routine with things. And I do want to take advantage of this and start working on my channels a little bit more because I've really just been flying by the seat of my pants on this channel and totally neglecting my scrapbook channel basically since getting pregnant. So it's something I want to hop back into, and I think this Your Best Year will help me stay motivated with that. I'm pretty sure in my planner 2018, I walked through this one a little bit more, so I'll try to link to that if I did talk about it a little bit more, but it's just like a goals and motivation type of book, and I'm just not using it yet, but it is on my radar. I want to use it when I feel like I got some stuff together. So this year's a little bit unpredictable. I'm still in that kind of survival mode where we're not sleeping through the night, we're not on consistent naps yet, and then in a couple months we're going to be moving. Just a rough beginning of the year as far as trying to be productive and on top of things, so I'm not giving myself any sort of strict deadlines, but for this channel I really hope to do 3 videos a week. I've been trying to stick with that since I got the new laptop. I feel like that's a more attainable goal because I can edit super fast now because my computer is super fast. So that really, really helps. It also really cuts down on the export time. On my old computer, basically like however many minutes long the video is, I could almost double that, and that's how long it would take to export. So it was a really, really slow process, and then the editing itself took a lot longer. And so now I can export like a 15-minute video in like 3 minutes, which is insane. Like I've timed it a few times and it's just so fast. As you guys can see, it's made a huge difference on my video output since Stella has been here, because I just wasn't able to use like a 50-minute nap time and do anything. I've got to do other things too, like eat and take care of myself, and it just didn't give me a whole lot of time. I'm so thankful that we ended up upgrading my computer so that I can actually make videos, because I feel kind of alive again. I really love making videos, and editing them is really fun if it actually works. And I really love planner stuff, so I'm sure I will do more planner videos this year once I'm starting to get into it and talk about how this crazy system is working for me using the old planners. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that covers my New Year's resolutions, my goals for the year. It's gonna be a crazy budget year as well, because we're buying the house in the first place, but Olivia will also start kindergarten this year, which means no more private preschool, which will be awesome. And basically just on a no spend right now, because we're moving soon. We're looking at a couple months out, so I'm really just not buying a whole lot of new things. I don't want to have to pack things. I'm trying to get rid of things, and we're trying to use up the stuff that we have in the house as far as food, so we don't have to move a bunch of food. So we're just kind of not spending money these first few months of the year. So I guess that's kind of a goal, but not really, because it's just kind of practical for us right now since we're gonna move. But I'm definitely doing a better no spend than I did last year. I need to do like a dedicated 2019 no spend, how it went. You guys know it did not go well. Getting pregnant and having a baby, we spent lots of money. I completely failed the 2019 no spend, and I should do a whole video on that. But I hear Stella waking up. She ended up falling asleep on her playmat down there, and it's just crazy. Olivia has never fallen asleep just randomly before, and so it was the first time Stella has done that, and it was just crazy. I was shocked. She's playing with her activity mat, and all of a sudden she's asleep. So I just left her there on her play mat, and I can hear her playing again now. So she must be up. So yeah, that's it. That's my planner video. I'm repurposing, I'm reusing, I'm no spending, I'm ready to move into the new house, and I'm pumped for 2020. And this video is really late. I think it's like the 13th. Yeah, it's the 13th. So it's definitely a late 2020 goals video, but I'm just trying my best to savor every last baby giggle and every last baby smile, because it goes so fast, and she's already 3 months old. As much as I despise the newborn stage because of the sleep and the crying and things like that, I just love my teeny tiny baby. And I know one day I'm gonna look back and just miss this, so I'm gonna get weepy. I'm hormonal. I'm just trying to find all the joy in it and savor it and soak it up as much as I can, because she's my last and it goes by so fast. So anyway, long rambly video. I hope you guys liked it. I hope your 2020 is off to a great start. Be sure to like and subscribe so you can follow me along, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.